Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dandy and welcome back to 1 Year 365. And today we'll be discussing new series. And yes, the previous series that we did was Throwback Time. It was on December 30 something. No, not 30 something. I mean, up to December 30th. And then it's already January now. Well, at least at the time this video got released anyway. Meaning that we will have a new series as well. And before that, I want to say Happy New Year 2023. And yeah, there is that. Also, this is apparently the fifth mini series that we have already made. At this one, this is actually the fifth one. I already did like four, I believe. The board game, which was the first one, and then there's Winter, uh, which happened about early December, and then after that there is Holiday Event, and then after that obviously there is the Throwback Time, which just happened previously, and then this is the fifth one, which is the Collectible card game miniseries. Um, this one is a little bit interesting because I will actually showcase, not really showcase, but more like discuss five games that I actually play. So today we'll actually just talk about the general thing about collectible card game, and then the next five part, I guess. In part two to part six, we'll actually talk about the game itself. I do have five lists of game that I mean five games that I will be discussing. It's actually quite popular as well. I think. Well, I feel like you probably at least have heard about those games before. And yes, I'm not gonna spoil so that you can watch part two to part six by yourself. And then in the part seven, we'll actually just see or look at the lists of collectible card games in general because I I kind of found it a little bit difficult to find any collectible card game. That's why in the last part we'll just talk about or discuss about the list of all collectible card games pretty much. And yeah, there's that. So yeah, I guess you can start from this one. Also, I think this will be out on 2nd of January actually. Like immediately after that. Well, the 1st January, I think I'm going to discuss about 2023 in general or like facts about 2023. I think there's actually a page for every number in Wikipedia, which is kind of interesting. So, we'll see about that as well. Um, so yeah, I think the next 7 days, so January 2nd until what is it, January 8th, I think, right? Yeah, okay. Will be about collectible card games. Actually, the first time I'm, plan to make this one, I was about to name this uh, deck builder game. However, I I didn't really know what's the difference between deck builder game and collectible card games or just trading card game in general. Apparently, there is actually a difference between those two types of games. So if it's deck builder, it's basically about you build your deck as you play the game as well, meaning that at the start of the game you will have certain amount of cards that are pretty much weak, and then as you progress, like you fight, you win, and then you get another card that you can use, and then you replace something else with that new card, and so on and so on. So that's about deck builder game apparently. I'm actually glad I took a bit of research about that because I literally about to mention this series as deck builder. But since I know that definition, then I switch it up with this one collectible card game. The difference about this from that one is that this, if you play CCG or yeah collectible card game, I will call that CCG from now on. um, the way you prepare your deck, it will be used for the entirety of the game pretty much. And yeah, that's a very big difference. If it's deck builder game, you play the deck as you as you play the game. If you know about collectible card game, you construct your deck just before you play the game, and as you play, you will probably get some cards, but you will not be able to reconstruct your deck. Well, actually, that's not true at all, because sometimes there is like a side deck that you can use to switch up cards. But generally speaking, the decks that you're making in CCG is supposed to be like already strong, like the strongest deck that you have, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, collectible card game, CCG, also called TCG or trading card game. Uh, don't know actually what's the difference. I guess it's collectible and trading. Trading is more like, yeah, if you have card and then you want to trade it with someone else, I guess it becomes a trading card game. If it's collectible, then you just collect it yourself, I guess. But I feel like nowadays, those two are kind of the same anyway. It can be collection. You can also trade with other people as well or sell it. In that case, it becomes TCG or just TCG in general. So, there's that pretty much. It's a type of card game that mixes strategic deck building elements with features of trading cards, introduced with Magic the Gathering in 1993. It's actually quite interesting because I thought the first CCG was supposed to be like Yu-Gi-Oh! Um, obviously from the manga and the anime as well. I feel like those like before 2000 as well. Apparently, MTG was way before that in 1993. So I don't know which one came first actually. Maybe MTG came first. I'm not sure. Even if they did, it's from different part of the world anyway. I think we'll actually see about that as well. Like where these games came from. Like maybe it's like, yeah, like I said, it's just for regional. Like it was out in, let's say, in the US, and then well obviously the Yu-Gi-Oh is from the Japan, from the manga. So yeah. Um Assorted CCG cards. Yeah, actually this is interesting. There is Yu-Gi-Oh card over here, Pokemon card over here. What else that I know? Star Wars. Well, that's kind of obvious. Harry Potter as well. And then there's MTG. Which one is the MTG card actually? That's interesting. Which one of these is MTG card? I actually have no idea. Maybe this one, or this one. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. Generally, a player may begin playing a CCG with a pre-made starter deck and then customize the deck with a random assortment of cards acquired through booster packs. Yeah, like I said, you already made the deck itself. Yeah, you pretty much just use the same deck for the entirety of the battle or the combat or the what is it, the play pretty much. Booster packs or from trading with other players, building up their own library of cards. Yeah, like I said, it's CCG and TCG at the same time. As a player obtains more cards, they may create new decks from scratch from their library. Players are challenged to construct a deck within the limits set by the CCG's rules that will allow them to outlast decks constructed by other players. So it just mix and match. There's if a set of deck will have like let's say 40 cards, then I feel like the entirety or the library of the cards can reach up to even up to 10 thousands of cards. It's actually possible. So the more the cards in the pool or in the library, and the less the amount of cards in one deck, meaning that there's so many combos or so many plays that can happen that can counter each other pretty much. So there's that. Yeah, some cards might actually overpower the other one. However, I guess the game maker can always put some limitation or ban pretty much, like if there's a card and if it's used and that card cost the game for multiple times in a row, maybe then there will be like some kind of patch, quote unquote patch, like it will be, either banned or limited to certain amount of copy, like maybe only one copy, out of three, for instance, or whatever, pretty much. So yeah, that can happen pretty much. Um, and then if there's like a certain set of decks that are weak, like a set, or like archetype pretty much, that are weak, then I guess the game maker can always make booster packs pretty much, packs that consist of booster cards. Well, that's kind of obvious, meaning that it's cards that are supporting the main deck, that are pretty much kind of seen as lackluster, and that's pretty much it. um, then after that, what else here? Games are commonly played between two players, though multiplayer formats are also common. I think it's tag team, that can also happen, but generally it's one by one though, because two versus two, it can get a little bit too complex for the ruling as well. Like, do you have the same arena by yourself? Well, yeah, I think so. That's like more like the general term, or general rule, I guess. The two players shares the same board, and that's pretty much it. I think that's not really a big of a deal though. Um, what else? Drawing and playing cards to attack the other player and reduce their health points to zero before their opponent can do the same to them. Okay, so it's pretty much the first one to cost, like the health point to zero wins the game pretty much. Dice counters, card sleeves, or playmats are used to complement gameplay. Yeah, that's obvious as well, because, like, for instance, Yu-Gi-Oh, there's some card effects that require dice or even coins as well. Coin toss pretty much, and then there's counters and sleeves and playmats. Although sleeves and playmats are kinda just for accessories, I would say. But that's pretty much it. And then after that, what else? CCG tournaments exist for expert players to compete for prizes, pretty much. I think that's quite common for MTG and Yu-Gi-Oh as well. I do play some Yu-Gi-Oh online games like the Duel Links. I do play well. Obviously, I also play the Yu-Gi-Oh Ultimate Masters that I have been playing since December, pretty much. Well, releasing the video since December, but I already played that way earlier, I would say. Well, at least at the time I'm recording this, it's only November, the last days of November anyway. So yeah, I've been playing that game for a while now, pretty much. CGs are typically themed around fantasy or science fiction genres, and have also included horror themes, cartoons, sports, and may include licensed intellectual properties. Okay, I'm just gonna skip this part probably. And let's go to, where is it? CCG. The first CCG MTG was developed and published in 1993. By the end of 1994, sold over 1 billion cards. That's insane. Other successful CCGs include Yu-Gi-Oh, which is estimated to have sold about 35 billions as of 2021. Okay, and Pokemon, 43 billion cards as March 2022. Well, it's 2022. It's different time anyway. Yeah, this one also 2008 until 2016. So it's not really the same period of time. So, it's not as of 2022. That's why, we can't really compare these to each other. And then after that, other notable CCGs have come and gone, including Legend of the Five Rings, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Vampire the Eternal Struggle, and World of Warcraft. That's actually interesting. I thought WoW doesn't have any uh, CCG. Apparently they do. Uh, well, unfortunately, I don't think I will cover WoW. That's for sure. Spoiler, I guess. I'm not gonna discuss about WoW, but that's kind of interesting. Now I kind of want to know if there is, like, what was that and why was it gone? Like, will Blizzard? I think WoW was made by Blizzard, right? And yeah, like I was kind of I'm curious now, like if Blizzard will actually invent CCG games, pretty much like WoW, but it's like MTG or Yu-Gi-Oh or something like that, but it's WoW, or yeah, any other stuff. Many other CCGs were produced but had little or no commercial success. Well, I think we'll talk about that as well after this. Oh, it's already 15 minutes. Okay, I only have 5 minutes left. I guess I'm going to mention it now. Then, I think one of the major reason is that it's heavily pay to win and heavily monetized as well. The reason why is because of the booster packs, pretty much like if there is some sort of starter deck or a starter pack or starter deck pack or like some sort of archetypes, sometimes one will perform worse than the other, and that's a problem because sometimes people love to play that archetype but they feel like it's lackluster, therefore they kind of suggest for boost or booster card, and because of that, oh, I didn't mean to do that, and because of that as well, there's so many booster packs, and then the first booster pack came, and then those archetype that was supposed to be the worst, it become the best, and then the best archetype becomes the worst because it gets countered by that, and the community that plays that specific archetype that used to be great but now it's bad, they kind of suggested for more buff as well or booster pack, and you know how it is, they made another booster pack for that, so it's kind of like that, it's like like it's cycling through, it's pretty much pay to win if you ask me, because booster packs that cost real money, so there's that. Also sometimes it also get included in some sort of gacha as well. Well, card opening is pretty much gacha, I would say, because you don't know what is inside that, and yeah, like the chance also kinda the same. Not really, I don't think, because I think there are some like some rarity or some great cards that actually has less chance, I think, but there's that pretty much. Also, there is this one digital collectible card games. Yes, we actually will talk about some DCG some DCCG as well. So when I said collectible card game miniseries, it's not necessarily the physical collectible card game. I also include digital collectible card games here as well because, well, DCCG is still CCG at the end of the day, so they are considered as CCG as well. There's MTG Online, and then there's Hearthstone as well. There's Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Yeah, just like that, pretty much. What else here? Overview. I think I don't really need this one though. I kind of already mentioned about this. Like, CCG is pretty much yeah, that's deck that you played, that you construct before the game, and that's pretty much it. Um, Customized card games that should not be mistaken for CCGs. Collectible common deck card games. Share a common deck from which to draw. Okay, so they draw cards, but it's from the same pile, which is, a different type of game, right? And then we have deck building games. Yeah, these ones that I'm being mistaken from or being mistaken of. And I'm glad actually I took a little bit of research about that as well. So yeah, deck building games, construction of the deck throughout the game is the main focus. So this is pretty much the game is about constructing deck. Well, while CCG is pretty much the game is about using the deck that you already made. So that's a very different or very big difference of a play style. So that's that. And then there is non CCG as well. Um, Select one of the multiple pre-made decks packaged with the game, eliminating randomness while carrying the cards. Oh, I see. So it's kind of the same as well then, like the deck building. Yeah, kinda. Okay, and then gameplay mechanics, MTG. Okay, okay, this is interesting because I actually have never played MTG before, which is kind of awkward and weird as well because when I was a kid, I know Yu-Gi-Oh more than MTG. I feel like I should probably have known MTG first or better because like literally this came out first, and I feel like maybe because maybe because back in the day it's not that popular. Also, because I came from the country that are probably far away from the original country that created Magic the Gathering as well. So there's that. Also, maybe it's heavily expensive as well. So yeah, because I remember the first time I got my Yu-Gi-Oh cards was from my uncle, and it was like $10 pretty much, I think, for a pack. I think it's some kind of booster pack. Actually, it's not really starter deck. So yeah, it's kind of about 10 to 15 bucks, I think. And he got me two, because for me and for my sibling, and that's pretty much it. Well, now they are gone anyway because I already mentioned about that. They got confiscated, so it is how it is. I can always buy more in the future anyway if I have the money, which I feel like eventually I have. I will for sure if this goes well with this channel as well. So there's that. I think that'll be it though for this one. I think yeah, I already mentioned as well about the common what is it, the common problem as well with CCG is that sometimes there is this called booster packs or just new decks pretty much, and will always be updated over time, meaning that the meta will always shifts, which actually great because you don't want to play the same deck over and over. It becomes a little bit boring. However, sometimes when this thing comes, like the newer deck will be way more stronger than the first deck, which kind of makes sense as well because think about it this way: if you create a deck that is not better or even worse than the already existing deck, who will buy the deck? No one, because well, the deck sucks. So why would anyone buy that? So I guess in the you know point of view of the marketing as well, just to have the economy going on, then it's better to actually just create a stronger decks pretty much. And in the future there's always stronger decks that we can always use as well. mm, yeah, like this one as well, cardboard booster pack. What's this? Mokana, okay. So this is Japanese one, because well, there is this, I think that's kanji or something, but yeah, like Japanese letters pretty much. So yeah, booster pack, starter deck, starter set, a theme deck. Yeah, theme deck is just like a deck that has certain theme, kind of the same as starter deck as well. And then booster packs, the pay to win one, and then starter set. Uh, oh, interesting. So this is cards for two player. Oh, I see. So starter set is just pretty much like booster packs, kinda. It's not really booster though. So it's like starter deck, but it's for two people. Okay. So maybe the starter set actually contains like three decks theme or something like that, which is randomized as well, which is interesting. Yeah, like I said, I think that'll be it for this one. So it's been 25 minutes. Don't want to make this a little bit too long, because I need to finish recording the entirety of the miniseries as well. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This has been 1 Year 365, discussing about collectible card games. This is part 1. There will be 7 parts. And tomorrow we'll talk about the first game that we'll be discussing. But until then, stay safe, healthy. I'll see you again very soon and see ya.